Welcome back to your hour. Joining me now is Jamie Whitfield from Recovery Matters. And you had some things to talk about today that I think are really important things.
Well, thank you, and thank you for having me. So today, I just wanted to talk a little bit about stability.
Okay.
Just this morning, I was in a meeting and I was just listening, and one of the topics was about being stable in your life, and stability means, that state of being stable. And then I just got to thinking, like, what does stability mean to me? What does that look like for me? And I know that, for me, I didn't even know what stability meant in my active addiction. I guess I did have a little taste of the stability, because the stability was to be stable in my active addiction, to be able to continue to get the drugs at any means in any way possible. So that was what stability looked like to me in my active addiction. And then I started thinking, like, what does stability really mean to me today? And I didn't know if it turned out to be a list of things that I was stable in my life, or was it a list of, like, things that I was very grateful for to have, that I just realized that defines stability. Like, knowing that I can pretty much predict what's going to happen every day in my life now, as long as I stay clean. And I know that I get up in the morning and I have a roof over my head, and I'm able to sleep them 8 hours, and I'm able to get on to a meeting and just be thankful that I'm clean, and I chose to stay clean for at least that part of the morning.
Well, and speaking of stability, is when you were working here,
Yes.
you listened to meetings
Right.
a good part of your day. You were still working, but you were listening to your meetings on the computer,
And that's what it took
and,
for
and
me.
it was, to me, it was occasionally I would hear part of what you were hearing, and I would think, well, that's a good message.
Yeah, yeah. That's what my mom does too. She's like, sometimes, like this morning, she's like, "Preach it, sister." And I was like, because it's something that everybody can get something out of the meetings. Even if you're an addict or not. And so I just got to thinking about stability, and just the fact that I'm stable in my job, just stable mentally is a major thing for me, to just have that mental stability, just to be able to see things clearly, to make decisions. Sometimes I always tease, my first thought is always wrong, so let's go to the second and third. But you know what, I'm stable in the fact that I can move forward to the second and third thought, and be able to process them things, and stability means to me is just being able to, not, I know things are going to happen, here and there, but I'm able to handle them things on life's terms, and still be mentally stable as well. And before, I wasn't able to do that. Like, I could have a flat tire, and there goes, we're gonna go use another week or two straight, and that was just my first thought, and my reaction to things, because nothing mentally, I was not stable. And just to have that stability in my life, I think it just, and just being stable in my recovery, having that, the similar words to stability would be having that balance, that just the predictability of what to expect. And I don't know, it just made me just start appreciating the word and meaning to what I'm doing, actually practicing that in my own life every day.
Well, and to me also, when you have that balance and that stability in your life, people know that they can count on you.
Oh, yes.
If you say you're going to do something, you are going to do it, and you're going to do it when you say you're going to do it.
Right,
and
not
so,
3 days later.
Right.
Yeah. Well,
And
sometimes, but it's not intentionally. And that's, even I was just thinking back to when I was active in my, addiction, I expected, my stability was just chaos. It was just a chaotic way of life, and I knew that, and I was okay with that. So
yeah, because
I
you
didn't
were
want,
high.
yeah, because I didn't change anything, because it was fine with me.
Yeah.
And now it doesn't have to be, having that stability in your life. Things are not so chaotic, There's just more, like I said before, it's just more predictable, and that's okay. And even if I throw in something that's different, I can still handle that, because it's okay because mentally I'm okay with everything. And so, what does stability look like to you in your life?
Well, it's that. It's being able to know that people can count on me. Know that, you know, I have certain things that predictability. I have certain things that I need to do every day, and I know I need to get them done, whether I want to do them or
Right.
not. And and I don't know. There's a certain amount of financial stability that is
Yes.
nice to have because you know the bills go on whether your income does or not.
Right.
So you know you really need to be able to meet those demands.
I think that's another one for me, as well as that financial stability as well, because I know even first when I got out of treatment and stuff, like financially, I really didn't have much. You know what I mean? I was starting all over, but nothing stopped out here just because
Right.
I went to treatment for 28 days. Like, I still had my children, you know, things like that. The bills still kept going on. And I think now, though, almost 2 years later, just being able to have that piece of the pie, you know, fit in with the stability in my life, it makes my world a little better.
Sure.
You know, because in the beginning, you know, I may have been trying to gain them tools to have more stability in my life and stuff as far as my thinking and just a routine, you know, the predictability of my life. Like, what am I going to do today? I'm going to always get up and go to a meeting. You know, I'm going to stay clean. I'm going to try to take care of my children, myself, you know, that self-care things and things like that. But then it just gets to the point where, okay, we can't live off love. Although I wish I'd be rich if we could.
Yeah.
And so there came in with the financial stability as well. And it just kind of, as a whole, it made me more of a healthier person and made that stability even more enhanced, having
Yeah.
all the pieces of the pie together.
Well, yeah.
If that makes sense.
And getting to the point where you can actually afford to entertain your kids and,
Yes.
and do things with them
Right.
that are fun. Not everything is focused on having to scrimp and save
Right.
and everything.
Well, and even
you can
them-
do some fun things.
And even them little things like, you know, I struggled with you know, gas and things, you know, just, oh, they need something from school. My hair's on fire because I'm like, I don't, and not because it's red, but, you know, it was on fire because I'm like, how can I afford this? We can't do this. And now, though, it's a little different for us. And it's just, and I don't, you know, say that stuff to like brag or anything, but it's just like, thank goodness, you know, I'm so grateful that I'm able to do these things.
Yeah.
And I don't have to worry, you know, too much about cost or telling them no, you know, you can't have that for school. So
But staying clean is at the base of everything. If you
all
don't stay
day.
clean, you lose
nothing
everything.
else matters.
Exactly. Jamie, thanks for being here.
Thank you.